What's up, guys? Welcome to the Thursday forecast. Fourth day of the week, and we did not get any confirmation about our moves. Unfortunately, it all ended up being just a range. So let's start with the usual pair, the euro and US dollar. And this one has not changed. It has not done anything spectacular, or it has not broken out of the range. And what happened actually is exactly what I always forecast. So we reached the upper liquidity area. As you can see here, this was the upper liquidity area, and we broke into it and we retraced, and now we are ranging again in this larger, wider range area right here. So currently what I'm actually expecting to see more of that ranging structure. I'm expecting something like this, because euro US dollar just likes to do these structures. It's a common characteristic of this pair. It just ranges for a long time, and I'm searching for exactly the same thing as yesterday: a large push up, nice flag, or a large push down, and then also a nice flag, or maybe for a trend to start, for a push, pull back, another push, break and retest, or whatever continuation pattern we do manage to get. Do be careful about the liquidity areas. They are still here. They are definitely still active. So again, look for this. If the price just breaks and retraces, that's a big warning sign, and then to definitely stay out of that sort of a setup. So there's nothing more to say really. Still no change for about a week and a half now, right? So just be more patient, wait for the break of the low or the high, and then get in on a trade. So here we have the euro and the Japanese yen, and for this pair, so also I don't really see any good price action. What I saw right here, we did have this flag formation after the impulse. So as you can see, we got an impulse and then a flag did form. Right here, we can see it. This would be the entry candle, but for me personally, this was just too many wicks to the upside. You can see it was kind of even ascending to the upside with those wicks. It was just really struggling to go up, and that's a big warning sign, especially on this pair. When you see this slowing of momentum, you know that it's very likely to reverse. And what happened? We did reverse. We got a push down. So I was not looking for absolutely any trade at this point because I saw this as a large warning sign. Plus the prior price action was pretty crappy and the impulse was not that big. It was just a regular impulse. So then we pushed down, got a pullback, pushed down again, got a large one candle push with a clean close, but then we got a large wick. So currently I'm just seeing this as a breakout out of this range. I see this as a really wider range, and we have broken into this liquidity area, and it ended the push with a large wick. So currently I'm just waiting for the break of the low or the high. I'm not looking for any trade, since this is just a breakout out of a range and not really any established trend, not really seeing any sort of nice momentum. I'm just seeing one candle push and then this wick, and then I am just expecting a larger range, to be honest. So I'm just waiting for the break of the low or the high. But if we do break the low with some nice momentum, so if we do break the low with a nice push, I will look for a nice combo trade, or maybe even break and retest trade, or maybe a larger push and then look for that nice small tight flag, whatever sort of a setup we do get. Or if we do get a descending structure, I will then look for a reversal to the upside. If we do get a V reversal like this, look for a range, push up, and then look to buy. Or if we do get an ascending structure, then I would be just more patient, since then the price would kind of move back into this larger range area, which is a big warning sign that we are going to continue to be more range bound. So that's really it. Nothing more special to say. This doesn't look good. I'm waiting for the break of the low or the high, and I want to see another push down. I want to see this, let's say this downward momentum to continue a bit more, and then I would consider taking a short trade. Now let's take a look at the Aussies. Aussie US dollar, again, it doesn't look great. It just looks pretty messy. We do kind of have a descending structure right here at this point. So as you can see here, we do have this descending structure. So that looks clean, that looks okay. But this prior price action is a big warning sign. As you can see, so we broke the low, retraced, then we broke the high, retraced, broke the high, retraced, and then we broke the low and started to create this descending structure. So currently I am looking for a reversal to the upside, something like this, or maybe a larger push up and then a flag, maybe even a break and retest if the price action looks really clean. But I would like to see actually more of a descending structure. That would be more high probability in my opinion. More of a descending and then a reversal up, and then look for a nice flag to go long. Or if we do start to ascend, something like this, I would consider taking a reversal. One warning sign would be a descending going into an ascending. Usually gives us a larger range, so that's definitely a warning sign. If we do get a large impulse down, I will look for a flag to sell, but I really need to see a large push, since from a descending, when we get a descending and then we get an impulse down on the Aussie pairs, it's not that high probability, so I need to see a large push down. So that's it on the Aussie US dollar. Nothing really more to say. The overall price action doesn't look good, and I would be more patient taking any sort of a setup on this pair. Now for the Aussie and the Japanese yen. So this one is also looking descending, but it's not looking that good. It's looking very range bound, to be honest, on the overall picture. But the last couple of candles we have started to form this descending structure, so that's a bit of a good sign that maybe the price action is starting to clean up a bit. So what I'm looking for that reversal up, and then any sort of a continuation pattern. I want to see a nice clean push, a clean close without any wicks, and just a nice confirmation of a reversal. What I would really like to see is more of a descending, so for the price to descend a bit more and then a nice reversal up. That would be really high probability, because it would clean up this price action a bit. If we do start to ascend and then get a reversal, I would be careful. I would probably stay out of that sort of a setup, since going from a descending into an ascending, we usually get a larger, wider range, so definitely be a bit more patient if this sort of a setup occurs. And then if we do get a nice push down, as I said, same as on the Aussie US dollar, I would be a bit more careful, since having a descending and then an impulse in the same direction is not that high probability on the Aussie setups. It's high probability on the Euro setups. So for the Aussies, I really need to see a nice large push and some nice confirmation down. So that's about it. To sum up, none of the pairs are looking good. All of them seem to be kind of range bound with some crappy price action. Lots of wicks, lots of indecision, lots of, as you can see, V reversals. We get the move and then it just kind of aggressively reverses. So that's not a good sign. We need to see some cleaner price action. We need to see some evidence that the price action is starting to clean up. But we are getting some descending structures, so maybe do look for a reversal, but I would say be a bit more patient. That's it for the forecast, and I will see you guys tomorrow, final day of the week. Let's see if we get some moves.